Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, aka Hero, and if you don't know that already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and one day you will. Alright, so today we are going to be doing a guide video. This is going to be one of, like, 10 videos that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be the first one, and it is going to be focused on rerolls. That is the first thing you do when you get this game. Obviously, you can just go into the game blind. You know, you don't have to re-roll for anything and still have fun. This game is amazingly fun and very free-to-play friendly. At least at the start. You can beat everything in the game by just grinding and playing the game, getting enough gems and enough bookmarks to summon to your heart's content. But obviously, just a quick little tip. You can beat everything like I said, but if you do want to be the very best, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money. But again, I only spent a little bit on this game, and your boy has a pretty good setup. Alright, not the best, obviously, because you have to spend to be the best, but you can still have plenty of fun. Alright, so today for the rerolls, I'm just going to basically be going over some of the characters that I feel like are going to be the most prominent ones that you should definitely summon for. So I have a few routes that I want to go with. Alright, first, the community believes, and I also believe, like I'm not denying, but Tywin is one of the best 5 stars. Alright, let me back it up real quick. So when I say reroll, you have to go and play the game. You have to beat story mode. I believe it's 110, I want to say. So hold up, different world. Hold up. You go here. This is the first little story mode patch you beat. I haven't even beaten this, that's funny. But you beat all the way up to 110 right here. And once you beat 110, you get the ability to do 20 multi-summons. Now the thing is, when you do this multi-summons, it'll be in this little summon area here. I don't have it because obviously I've been playing this game much longer, and that time has passed. Alright. Actually, I need to fix something here real quick. Real quick. Hold up. I'm sorry. I feel like a nub. Yeet. And yeet. Sorry, guys. Yeet. Okay. We're back to normal. But what you need to do is, once you get to the option where you have 20 multi-summons, the thing is, you can do one multi at a time, so 10 units, and if you don't like that one, you skip it and do another multi. Now, once you skip that first multi, you can't come back to it. So you're going to have to really decide on which multi you're going to keep. You only get 20, so you got to be very careful, alright? You can settle, but, you know, you can also go for the very best. So, now that I got that out of the way, the 20 multis, with those 20 multis, you can get a handful of characters. Now, like I said, back when I was, talking about each character, Tywin comes to mind, along with Vildred. These are the 2 units that you really want to try to go for. Now, it really depends on how you want to go about this. Vildred is an amazing story grinder, amazing side story, what do you call it? Runes, anything like that. He is amazing. He has all AoE attacks, and if you kill with one of his attacks, his ability right here procs, and he does another AoE attack. So overall, he is an extremely good, the best, I would say, farmer in the game. Some say Kayron. I disagree personally. Vildred is the way to go in terms of if you want to be all of story, do a bunch of the other side things very quickly. Vildred's just the way to go. I have him built. He's not the best, but he will do. He's amazing. Alright, amazing in terms of that. Now, the reason why people say Tywin, I also agree, like I said, is he also has a broken set of moves, right? So his third ability, his ultimate, will do an AoE, which means every single character on the other team will get attacked. They will most likely get a decreased attack while also increasing defense for your Tywin. Now the reason why that is so strong is because defense decrease will make it so a lot of your units, or your units in general, will do crazy amounts of damage to these other mobs or bosses or whatever. So that's very good, along with his second ability, which will increase the attack and critical hit chance of an ally for 2 turns while also doing it for your unit, and increasing 30% readiness, combat readiness, which if you guys don't know, I'll explain that real quick. But that is basically like, so combat readiness in general is there's a bar on the side of the battle screen, and it's basically whoever goes first in an attack. So if the bar is 100%, this increases by 30%, or increasing 30%, so you're already a third of the way there almost. So that's very nice. The main reason why Tywin is so useful is for this this thing right here, Hunt. Now, Wyvern Hunt is basically the go-to for improving your units' gear, right? Within this, you have 3 sets of gear, critical hit chance, hit set, and then a speed set. Crit chance is very important for beginning game. Speed, obviously, the faster your unit is, the more times he goes, and the first he attacks, you know what I mean? So, Wyvern Hunt is very important for you to do. I mean, all of these are very important. Golem is very important. You have an HP and defense set along with an attack set. Great for doing damage or making a healer unit. Banshee, just, you know, some destruction set. I would say this is more later in the game, so you don't really have to worry about these too much. Immunity sets, again, for later time. But that is why Tywin essentially is one of the best starter units in the game. Now, I went over like the 5-star units. Now, I also forgot to say, for the 20 multis, you're only allowed to get 1 5-star unit. Now, it can be basically most of these characters that you see on the screen. Some characters here are limited banner units. Dizzy's actually out currently, though, with the collaboration. But along with other units that I guess used to be very good 5 stars, but have been kind of outshined recently. I'd say Ken. He's great for story mode. Great for some other modes, too, along with Golem, which is one of the hunts. Yeah, so after that, if we are talking about healers, if you guys want to go the healer route, I wouldn't recommend only trying to main getting 1 healer as your 5-star, but in terms of 4 stars and 3 stars, you have options. Now, one of the most prominent units in the game that a lot of people will recommend is Angelic Montmorency. Now, the thing is, you have to awaken her to a different unit, basically. It's called specialty change. It takes quite a long time to do, so when people say you should summon for her, I don't necessarily agree with them, because she is a 3-star unit, right? You will get her eventually. Chances are you will get her very soon. So I don't think you should purposely try to go out of your way to summon for her, just because that's not the route. But personally, I think for story mode and for Wyvern in general, I would go with Angelica. Now, this isn't the skin that she looks like normally. I'll show you just so you guys can see. This is the skin that she goes with on a normal basis. This is Angelica. She was actually my character that I rerolled for. I didn't even get a 5-star. I just knew that at the time she was the best healer, and I wanted a really good healer going into the game. So Angelica, highly recommend her. I've been using her since the very beginning, and I have nothing bad to say about her. Obviously, her skills here could have, I don't know, less turns, but you know, she is incredibly strong of a unit. She carried me throughout all of story mode, all the way, so highly recommend her. She's very strong in that retrospect. There's other healers that I also wouldn't recommend, but you have Destina. I don't have her. I actually can show her in the journal right here. hero journal. I guess this will be the easier way to go about it. Destina right here. She used to be one of the units. She is a 5-star, but she used to be one of the units that everyone recommended you summon on her. But she has been kind of outdated nowadays. Just in that retrospect. To look at some other units that could be very good to summon for. I'm trying to find the healer, the other healer, Acades. She's a fire unit. Yeah, I can't find her. Maybe I'm just really blind. But she is a 4-star unit, and in the end, she is also a good healer. If you build her right, she's fine. She can get you through story also. Story's not too hard, but there are some missions or some areas nearing the end that you are going to be struggling with. So I just recommend having a very strong healer. In terms of the best of the best, hold up. The best of the best reroll team that you could have, or reroll units that you can have. Once this loads, we'll just go to playground right here. So it would be Angelica. Let's just get rid of everyone else. Bang bang. Then you can go the route of Vildred or Tywin. Either one is very good. If you do end up going with Tywin, you're gonna need a strong attacker, a DPS unit. And then in terms of the other units that you could get, I would go down to the Nat 3 stars, 4 stars. Falconer Clary is very good. She's a good tank. So if you do go for Vildred, if there's a chance that you can get her, she goes by Clary before the special change. Again, very long time in the making. I wouldn't recommend going straight for it. This is actually her right here. But let's say you go for the Vildred one, which is personally my favorite. Again, Tywin will be better in mid-game than Vildred. Vildred gets you through and helps you grind things very fast, but Tywin will overall enhance and give your team longevity. In terms of other units, so let's say we do this. Healer there, tank there, Vildred there. You can use basically anybody at this point. So let's say you don't use Tywin. Let's say you went for the Vildred, like I said. You could use another DPS. Yeah, this team would be perfect alone. These three, you would be fine in. But oh, this is Acades right here. Just so you guys know. But let me try to do some other things. Kaden, right here, this 4-star, I want to say Nat 4-star, is a very good DPS unit. She applies defense break, which again is what Tywin does, but she doesn't obviously have the other utility that Tywin has. But also a very good unit. In terms of other units, Sid is very good. He's a 4-star. Ras is fine. He's not the greatest, but you can use him for story mode. Again, story mode isn't too hard until nearing the end. And overall, that's pretty much it, I'd like to say. If you guys have any questions on, like, if your reroll is good enough, leave it in the comments or tweet at me, links in the description, or join my Discord. We have lots of conversations there, and it's a lot of fun about Epic 7. So if you guys are trying to learn Epic 7, that is the best way to go about it. But overall, let's just say you get the Vildred. Vildred alone would be nice. If you had a healer also in that multi, that would be perfect. Any healer, really. As long as you get Vildred and or Tywin, I have to say. I have to include Tywin. If you get either Tywin or Vildred along with a healer, for Tywin, I guess another DPS would be helpful. But healers, Montmorency would be fine. She's alright without her specialty change, but to get her very good, you'd have to do that specialty change, which again takes a long time. But if you could get a 5-star, one of these 5 stars, along with one of any healer really, you will do just fine in story mode. You'll get the characters, you'll get enough bookmarks to summon, and you will be fine. If you start currently right now, I will give you guys a quick tip. Once this loads, of course. You go to summon. I would recommend on summoning for Dizzy. She is limited unit. Both these units right here are limited. As you can see, limited summon. I recommend summoning for Dizzy first, right off the bat. Don't go for the Covenant summon. Go for Dizzy. And then go for Biken. If you can't get any of them, that's okay. You will be missing out, but you can't help it. But I do recommend grinding for at least Dizzy. Biken is also extremely strong, and she's limited, so obviously very needed. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have much to say. Vildred is very strong for, once again, for grinding. Tywin is good for mid game / late early game, along with end game too. Like, Tywin is amazing. Don't get it twisted. Tywin is great for Wyvern. I use him on my team. He's a very strong unit. This is my current team for Hunt 12 auto. Very strong unit. Very strong unit. So basically, any of those two, along with a healer, is the godsend multi. If you can get Kerin also, amazing. But don't spend hours trying to reroll for the perfect reroll. As long as you get Tywin and a healer, or Vildred and a healer, you're fine. If you just get Vildred or Tywin, I guess that is also fine, because you will eventually summon one, but it will be harder in the long run. Alright, so with that being said, I'm ending off the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. This guide series is going to help out a lot of people. I at least hope, you know. So, supporting me, following me, subscribing, all that great stuff, commenting down below would be very great. Follow my Discord and Twitter, links in the description down below. And check out my streams, guys. I'm streaming this game a lot recently. So, yeah, peace out.